Adulting Avenue with Reholile. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new watcher, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. So in today's video, I will be answering the question, what is it like to do your MSc? Your MSc is your Master of Science. Like I've previously said, I am doing my MSc in geohydrology. This is my second year of my MSc, hopefully my last year. It's my last year. And yeah, I'm just going to tell you what it's like to do your MSc. It's constantly working, finding the right words, stronger synonyms, the right articles, the latest articles, the oldest articles, and articles in between. It's constantly sending work back and forth between yourself and your supervisor, constantly improving something that you've written until your supervisor will tell you, okay, no, this is fine, yes, like this, you don't need to keep sending this back to me, I'm happy with this, sure, keep it. So it's constantly working. It's exhausting to constantly be working, but it's what you signed up for. It's an everyday challenge. So if you're doing research, make sure it's something that you enjoy or something that you find interesting, because sometimes you will have a bad week where you just don't feel motivated enough to write, to read, to analyze data. You're just demotivated, and that's okay. It's okay to feel like, you know what, the bravest or the most productive thing I did today was take a shower and write one paragraph, or like, it's okay. So the tricky thing about doing your MSc is finding the right balance between being hard on yourself and being kind to yourself. Like I said, you'll have bad days where you're like, yeah, I'm just so stressed out, I can't think. And some days, you just have to be kind to yourself. However, you shouldn't allow yourself to stay in that like mental slump. You should also be tough on yourself to tell yourself, hey, you want to finish, right? And like, what are your goals? You want to finish, you want to do something else, you want to finish, which is a big deal because it means hopefully, more opportunities. So finding the balance between tough on yourself and kind to yourself is something that you're constantly struggling with, but it's doable. You also learn a lot of things. You learn how to analyze data, you learn how to communicate, you wish you'd done certain modules like statistics if you're going to be analyzing data. There's just like, you're constantly improving. Like I said, you're always working, always learning, and you're constantly improving yourself, and you learn skills. Although sometimes you might not put everything that you've learned on a CV, but I tell you, the most valuable skills, or you'll improve the skills that you already have to new levels. And it's really, really, like, if you sit back and you're like and you have like a deep moment and you're like, okay, yeah, no, like there's a certain maturity that you develop out of this world. You learn how to be patient. You learn how to communicate. You learn that your supervisor is human and might go on holiday for a month or two. Like, maybe not 2 consecutive months, but like, like, they'll also need time off. And when they take time off, it might not be when you take time off, because you also, breaks are important. You might go home, and when you go home might not be when your supervisor's off. So you learn to be patient and you learn how to communicate. You realize that your supervisor also has other students that he or she is supervising, and they might also be lecturing and have their own research on the side. So you learn a lot of things, and you are not as harsh on people because you understand that so much is going on at like a master's level. a lot is going on. So is it worth it? I think it's worth it. Already the skills that I've learned, I think, make me more mature, and they make me distinct, and they're solid gold. It's some things I wouldn't have learned with just my honors degree. Also, it's very important to do your MSc when you feel you want to do it, and not someone else, or be pressured into doing it just because people say you should, have a master's degree. Don't do it if you're not ready, or if you don't want to. It's not an easy journey. It's an everyday challenge. Every day something can happen. Your work could get sent back to you, and you could be told to restructure. I've had to restructure a certain chapter, a certain section of a certain chapter 3 times already, and it's still not approved. So it's hard on the mind. It's hard on your spirit, because sometimes you don't understand, what does this person want from me? And when you finally get what they're trying to say, what they've been trying to say, it's months later. So do your MSc when you're ready to do your MSc. Another thing is, like, have people who you can vent to. Like I said, sometimes you just feel like the world is against you, and you need people who are also doing their masters, or who've done their masters, who you can be like, you know what, I have this problem, or I have a problem with my supervisor. And it's from conversations with other people who are in a similar situation, or who have been in similar situations, where you realize that, okay, no, I'm being dramatic. This person has other students. Like, you realize some things, it's not just your thoughts. You get someone else's thoughts and views on it, and it takes the load off your shoulders. So I highly, highly recommend you have people that you can talk to who've been in a similar situation. If you're just in it alone, and you're just doing research, and the only person you talk to is your supervisor, yo, Reholile. Just try to mingle, and like, talk to people, stalk people on LinkedIn, and ask them for, just a show, like, just an ear, someone who will listen to you. Oops, this is a long video. I just realized this video is very long, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.